Imagine collecting $166 billion in tariffs from businesses around the world only to be forced to return almost $100 billion because the country's highest court said that those tariffs were illegal. Now, that's what exactly is happening in the United States. In a major setback for Donald Trump's trade agenda, the US government has already refunded around $100 billion after the Supreme Court struck down many of Trump's tariffs. But how did this exactly happen? For years, President Donald Trump relied on International Emergency Economic Powers Act or IEEPA to impose sweeping tariffs on imports from dozens of countries. Now, the administration argued that trade deficits and issues like fentanyl trafficking constituted a national emergency, giving the president the authority to impose these duties. Businesses importing goods into the United States paid these tariffs, which eventually generated about $166 billion in revenue. However, earlier this year, the US Supreme Court ruled 6-3 that IEEPA does not give a president the power to impose these tariffs. The court said tariff setting is a power that belongs to the Congress, not the White House. As a result, the tariffs imposed under that emergency law were declared unlawful, forcing the government to begin refunding companies that had paid them. According to recent court filings, the Trump administration has already refunded about $100 billion, roughly 60% of the total amount collected. The refunds are going to importers and businesses that paid these duties over the past several years. More repayments are expected as the process continues. So, does this mean that Trump's tariff strategy is over? Well, not quite. While the Supreme Court blocked tariffs imposed under the emergency powers, it did not eliminate every tariff. The president still can use other trade laws that have been approved by the Congress, although those often require additional legal procedures and are generally narrower in scope. In fact, after the ruling, the administration turned to another legal authority to continue parts of its trade agenda. Now, the ruling also has a major economic implication. First, it creates legal certainty for businesses that challenge the tariffs in court. Second, it reinforces that even presidents' trade powers have constitutional limits. Third, it could make future administrations think twice before using emergency laws to reshape global trade policy. For countries like India, the judgment is significant because it shows that US trade policy can be challenged through its own legal system. Indian exporters have often faced uncertainty due to sudden tariff announcements by the United States. Now, this ruling suggests that not every presidential tariff decision is beyond judicial review. Now, coming to the Americans who actually paid for those tariffs. Well, the ruling and refunds is of no use for the ordinary Americans. Why? First, consumers have already borne much of the cost. Many companies pass the higher tariff costs on the consumers through increased prices, whether it was electronics, machinery, household goods, or industrial inputs. Americans paid more over the past few years. Those higher prices aren't being refunded. Second, even though businesses are getting refunds now, there is no guarantee that they will lower the prices. Many companies may simply keep that money, improve their balance sheet, repay debt, or invest elsewhere. Third, the government is effectively returning money that had already been collected and spent. This means that this isn't fresh stimulus for the economy. It simply is undoing a policy that the courts found to be unlawful.